seems at the moment Rishi Sunak doesn't have a firm grasp of the fact that Labour could win with what they call a supermajority. That's bad, apparently, but let me get around to that. If there's massive amounts of Labour in government and not very much opposition, then the theory is that Labour will be able to put through some of the most ridiculous policies and plans and things forward with very little opposition. And this leads into the argument of first past the post or proportional representation. I was watching GB News. GB News, one of the guys said, but proportional representation means we could have one of those nutter parties actually have a few seats. Yes, that's right. You could have somebody who's a complete right-winger get some fucking votes, and that would sit very well with you. This is why we have first past the post. And I would have thought that, to be quite frank, that go back enough years ago, that if we'd have had proportional representation as opposed to first past the post, that UKIP would have done a lot better. But here's the thing, right? Rishi Sunak's telling people not to vote for reform so that they don't lose as badly as they're going to lose. Not a good look, right? But I'm an accelerationist now. I've realised that both sides of the house are corrupt. Both sides are paid for, right? Both sides are lobbied. Both sides are incentivised, right, to work in their best interest, that's financially, right, rather than work for the people that they're supposed to. So you either get a slow death with Conservative or you get an ultra rapid, psychopathic fucking death policy with Labour. Now I'm thinking, seeing as nothing else seems to have woken the people up very much at all, although they are slowly coming round. I mean, the obvious truth is in front of their face. Knife crime off the charts. No-go areas. Immigration off the charts. People can't get seen at the doctors or in the hospital, struggling to make ends meet. Huge amounts of people on benefits now, and all of these migrants being looked after rather than people who actually have worked and paid into the system or even served the country for years. So people are starting to see this, and they're also starting to see that when they go on a holiday to what used to be their favourite place, that it's actually rampacked full of people that don't look like they belong there, just to put it bluntly. Now, with an accelerationist policy, which I have, things get that bad that quick that people have to fucking do something about it. They have to set up a notice, they have to get active, because all of a sudden their little cocoon that they live in is being violated, is being changed. It's a dangerous place to live. They're having their assets stripped. They all of a sudden can't go here, or they can't go there, or they can't do this. And that, because we live in a selfish world nowadays where we got rid of the church and all the rest of it and started serving ourselves, or ended up worse still, some people were married to the state or the government. Since these people only look out for themselves and don't think about community, when this acceleration hits them, all of a sudden they'll start looking around for people to fix the problem for them. And when they realise that that's not going to happen, they'll start feeling outraged, and they might actually start networking with each other. And the left-right divide, in many cases, will start to diminish. And what you'll just have is people who are left, people who are right, people who are centrist, all start coming together and say, look, we may have a difference on some of the fundamentals, but the bare crux of it is this: we're in shit, we're in trouble, we live in dangerous times, and these people here are enacting policies that are fucking lethal. Sorry about the noise, I drive a tipper, by the way. So Labour getting in, for me, is going to be the best thing that could happen, because anything else is an opposition party. Now, we all thought that Geert Wilders getting in over there was going to be a great thing, but allegedly he is funded by the Middle East Forum, as are others, and these people tell you they're going to do all of this and all of that, and then when they get in, they achieve nothing. I'm suggesting to you that there are, at the moment, nobody that stands a chance that could get in that wouldn't be, when they get in, a letdown. That's the subtlest way I can put this. So we unfortunately have to let things get worse before the genuine population will wake up and go, that's it, enough. Now they're doing it in Ireland, all right? And they're having a go in France, America, and many other places where it's much worse. And it's not something I'm looking forward to. I don't want it to get worse, but I'm a realist. And I realise it has to get much worse, a lot faster, for people to come round. I mean, never in my right mind would I actually really truly want Labour in, but as I realise that it's either a slow death or a quick and painful death, where while the numbers are still less than the slow death, with them getting, say for instance, Conservative keep letting immigration come in at the same pace, and we had another X amount of years of Conservative before Labour then got in and fucked it really hard, we would have all of those extra people in. But the theory is this: if people wake up a lot quicker, and we've had 5 years less people come in, then that's why acceleration works. What they do after that, that's another thing. But we are in a lot of shit, and I do predict Labour winning with a supermajority, and I do expect a lot of good and honest people to vote for reform. I'm going to vote for an independent, because the guy that's going to be in my locality, I actually know him. He has my policies. We've talked a lot about this. We don't meet on everything, but it's the best. And I would simply suggest this: that if you've got a decent, honest, Anglo-Saxon MP that is an Orongan, or not MP, candidate that is an Orongan, vote for it. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to get on, and I'll see you all in a bit.